This newscast is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's home for the LGBTQ community, providing news and community information. Learn more about Qberg by visiting their website, qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. The U.S. Agriculture Department is ending two pandemic-era programs that provided more than $1 billion for schools and food banks to purchase food from local farmers and producers. About $660 million of that went to schools and child care centers to buy food for meals through the Local Foods for Schools program. A separate program provided money to food banks. In Maine, the money allowed the coastal RSU 23 school district to buy food directly from fishermen, dairy producers, and farmers for school meals, said Carolyn Trinder, the district's Food and Nutrition Services Director. I think everyone can say that they want kids at school to receive the healthiest meals possible, Trinder said. It's the least processed, and we're helping our local economy. We're helping farmers that may be the parents of our students. The cuts will hurt school districts with chronically underfunded school meal budgets, said Shannon Gleave, president of the School Nutrition Association. In addition to losing the benefits for our kids, this loss of funds is a huge blow to community farmers and ranchers and is detrimental to school meal programs struggling to manage rising food and labor costs, Gleave said in a statement. USDA said the programs are a legacy of the pandemic and no longer supported the agency's priorities. The COVID era is over. USDA's approach to nutrition programs will reflect that reality moving forward, a USDA spokesperson said in a statement. In other crappy news we wish were not true, a group of so-called detransitioners, sponsored by groups including Moms for Liberty and funded by the federal government, assembled on Capitol Hill Wednesday to push the Trump administration's false narrative that there are only two immutable sexes, male and female. They're calling the event D-Trans Awareness Day. Moms for Liberty, the Center for Bioethics and Culture, the Heritage Foundation, Independent Women's Forum, the Ethics and Public Policy Center, GenSpect, and others are hosting a multi-panel event on medical ethics, transgender healthcare, and social media's role in pushing a trans agenda. An announcement on GenSpec's website said the event was sold out, but kept the location under wraps and didn't specify how much they were charging to hear their anti-trans propaganda. Approximately 1% of people who transition express regret with their decision, according to the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, or WPATH. One of the scheduled speakers, Laura Becker, a self-described detransitioner and future trad wife, predicted her trip to Capitol Hill and the White House would be huge before asking her supporters for the MAGA bucks to make it happen. Representative Dan Crenshaw, the Republican from Texas, who along with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican from Georgia, has introduced a bill to ban Medicaid from covering all gender-affirming care for trans minors, and they'll hold a press conference featuring Cole and Dr. Jared Ross, another online popular anti-trans provocateur who recently appeared on an alt-right podcast episode titled Trans Worship and Child Sacrifice, the New Paganism. The Department of Education, which has served as a weapon in the Trump administration's anti-trans crusade with investigations launched by its Office of Civil Rights, will host a roundtable discussion featuring detransitioners and single-minded conservative healthcare professionals, the Handbasket reports. DOE didn't provide a press release publicizing the event. It will be covered exclusively by right-wing media outlet The Federalist. A medical panel moderated by Dr. Jay Richards, director of the Richard and Helen DeVos Center for Life, Religion, and Family, will discuss the current state of medical harm done to those who sought gender-affirming care and the right course of treatment for those with gender dysphoria, while the social media panel will address social contagion, cell phone use, and online grooming. Today's events come 2 weeks ahead of the annual Trans Day of Visibility on March 31st. Folks, you know what you'll need to do. Show up at your Trans Day of Visibility events nearest you, and if you can't get to one of the events, get online and support trans folk, whether they're on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media tools you use, including Blue Sky. Folks, that's the news at this hour. Download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. If you are looking for a way to give back to the community, check out the resources page at paequality.com for organizations in your area who are in dire need. Now back to more music here on PEP Radio.